And for something that Echo doesn't know is, and even that the Bad Batch is, Rex didn't know that he could go back for him. Not on the Citadel. There's an explosion, and that was that. So when Hunter gives him grief, and so does Crosshair, Rex didn't know that you could go back and get him. It wasn't feasible. That they don't understand that. They weren't there on the Citadel. But I'm so glad that Rex got an opportunity to do that, especially with all the losses that he'd had. So great second episode to this arc, and as you mentioned a few minutes ago, I'm looking forward to the third and fourth episodes.
Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, I definitely am looking forward to the next couple episodes as well. For me, I loved this episode. This was a lot of fun. It was very emotional. I know we've had discussions in the past on our previous podcasts where these episodes, they can get so deep and so serious, and address things that are, for an animated show, is not normal. But they do so with such finesse. And in this case, with the situation with Echo and him being lost and now found, and he's not exactly who he was before, and to see how that's going to play out, and then for them to lighten the mood with humor the way they needed to make it not so heavy, whether it's Obi-Wan snipping off, "I hope you at least told Padme I said hello," or whether it's Wrecker in the back of their shuttle using a gonk droid to lift weights, and while eating a turkey leg, or personally my favorite line from the episode from Wrecker, when they're on top of the hill and he's nervous about the height, and he's like, and they're like, "Are you scared of heights?" He goes, "I'm not scared of nothing. I just, when I'm up really high, I got a problem with gravity."
I love that.
Exactly. I am Wrecker. I have a problem with gravity when I'm up high. I'm not scared of being high. I just have a problem with gravity when I'm up there.
Well, here's the thing. I've heard different people talking about who is their favorite, member of the Bad Batch, and you and I talked about ours last week, and I said Wrecker. This episode did nothing to deter me from that. It just added to it. Like you said, him using one arm to basically bench press a gonk droid is awesome. Eating a drumstick. I mean, that and the whole line on gravity has added to my absolute stance on him being my favorite member of the Bad Batch.
Oh yeah, I loved it. He is incredible. I love him. He's just there's just something about him that's so appealing, and he's just so funny. He's so strong, and he's got a wit about him that's unparalleled. I love it. He reminds me a lot of Zeb.
Yes.
And I think that's why I like it. He reminds me so much of Zeb, and I really like that, and I liked Zeb. So, continuing with my closing thoughts, I loved how they animated it. I think Kiner did an incredible job on the music again. Kellogg and the animation team, beautifully animated, well lit by Joel Aaron and his team. Absolutely incredible. I love how they went the extra step to add Padme into the episode, because it added some depth to it, and some story that we needed to see as we're progressing toward Revenge of the Sith. It was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So,
well said, my friend.
So what did everybody else think? What did you think of Star Wars, The Clone Wars, A Distant Echo? You can let us know on our social media pages. You can find us on Facebook at Star Wars Reactions, or, of course, on Twitter, SW Reactions Pod, or on Instagram. On Instagram, you can find us at SW Reactions. Or, of course, you can always email us, show@starwarsreactions.com. If you want to continue talking Star Wars with one of us, of course, you can always hit me up. My personal Twitter is always the best way to do that, at TAHarris121079. Or you can email me, Aaron, at not Coffee with Kenobi. Wow, there's another Carabas moment. There we go. So you can always email me, Aaron, at StarWarsReactions.com. And in case I said it wrong earlier, which I'll have to go back and listen, it is show@StarWarsReactions.com. David, if somebody wants to talk Star Wars with you, my friend, how would they go about doing so?
Yes, let's see. I know. I think I did a Carabas moment last week when I was trying to get these. No, I two places at Twitter. It's at David_Modders. So that's been the same ever since I've been on Twitter. And then it's our email. You and I each have an email at the show. So mine is David at StarWarsReactions.com.
Excellent. So definitely definitely hit us up there. We'll talk Star Wars or anything really. And of course, hit us up on our show accounts and let us know what you think of a distant echo. Of course, we will be back next week with all the latest news, as well as a review of On the Wings of Caradax, which of course will be the next episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. So we will be back then. David, my friend, this has been a blast as always.
Absolutely. Always enjoy recording with you, buddy. It's a blessing to be able to do it, to be able to talk about Star Wars, and of course, you and I are always going to do it in a positive, upbeat way. And I hope people will really hear that. And it's a good place to come and to be a part of a fun, uplifting Star Wars podcast. And I just love that this is the third podcast I've been able to do with you, and I love it, and I want to keep going and just really enjoy this with you, buddy.
Same here, my friend. Same here. It's always a blast talking Star Wars with you. So hope to do it for many, many years to come. So everybody, thank you so much for listening to Star Wars Reactions. We do greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for making us your place for elegant discussions for a more civilized era.
If you'd like to share your thoughts, you can email us at show@starwarsreactions.com for our show notes and the latest news from the Star Wars universe. Visit our website at www.starwarsreactions.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at SWReactionsPod or on Facebook at Star Wars Reactions. If you enjoy our show, please leave a review on iTunes. This podcast is not endorsed by the Walt Disney Company or by Lucasfilm Limited. It's intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. The official Star Wars website can be found at www.starwars.com. Star Wars. All names, sounds, and any other Star Wars-related items are registered trademarks and or copyrights of Disney and the respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Star Wars Reactions unless otherwise indicated. Star Wars Reactions. Elegant discussion for a more civilized age.